Guys, welcome to Halo SPV3. So we are going to continue with our Let's Play, and as you can see, now that we have reunited with the rest of the UNSC, we can actually select loadouts to take on our mission. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the Stealth class just because I really like the sniper rifle in this mod. And I mean, to be fair, it's the sniper rifle. You want to use it on this level, right? So this is actually one of the most visually impressive levels on this mod. The Truth and Reconciliation mission got a complete overhaul, a complete makeover. Not just the music, but just overall, the art style is completely different. And if I can be honest, it's better than the original art style, where the original art style felt very much kind of desert-like. You know, it was very rocky and very like dirty and stuff. This art style opts for more of like a snow-filled like mountaintop, and I like it a little bit better, I'll be honest. The music also on this level is quite good. It's actually, when I always talk about how for me Halo soundtracks, instead of going very like Hollywood, like just generic loud drums and like, you know, just like your average just action soundtrack, this level in particular really highlights what I prefer about the old style Halo music, where it's very dream-like. You feel almost like you're viewing everything from another like world or something. It's just, overall, it feels very dreamlike. It feels very magical almost, but you know, it's good. So we are going to turn on our ODST visor here, which definitely this is a level that really looks pretty when you use the ODST visor, just because you got the snow everywhere and the white really goes well with the kind of like neon. It's a pretty level. So here, where is it? There we go. I saw them running over here. So we still got brutes, and what's actually cool, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but every level in this mod actually introduces new types of enemies. So every single level will introduce something new to the table. It kind of adopts the Halo CE style of level design, you know, where every level it's something new. Whether it's introducing a new weapon or enemy type, but yeah, the ODST silenced SMG is here, only this time it's got like kind of a proper scope on the top instead of just kind of like a little recon sight. Similar to the, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, in ODST it had a recon sight that actually reminds me a lot now of the Halo 5 battle rifle sight. Or I should say the Halo 5 battle rifle is more like the recon sight on the SMG, but here we go, let's get going. So the SMG, what's actually also cool is, unlike ODST where the silencer was more of a formality, you know, it didn't really do much to mask you. If I can remember right, it didn't actually do anything, period. It was more of like just kind of like a visual thing to make you feel like you're selfing around, unless I'm completely wrong and it does mask your gunshots and stuff. In this mod, actually, there is like an element of stealth now when it comes to this, because when you fire this thing up close, from what I've experienced, they generally don't know what direction the shots are coming from, and they just start freaking out, but you can see particle effects on these shade turrets have been completely improved. The music's really good. It's just like, this also is one of my favorite levels in the Halo series. Not the later parts, but definitely in the beginning. Because in the original Halo Combat Evolved, it was everything that I wanted kind of like the Halo series to kind of model itself after, where it's otherworldly. I mean, you know, in the original visuals, if you look over this canyon, you can see a massive planet just in the sky, and it's just like this weird, like, you know, you have this massive ship hovering overhead with a giant like laser coming. It's almost like it's dropping down from the heavens. You got these weird like otherworldly skyboxes over you. It really does feel like you're in another, like, reality or something, just some kind of, like, magical reality, and definitely this level turned that feeling up to 11. I definitely approve of the new art style and everything, but here we go, let's clear out some of these guys. Some of you were actually wondering if this mod does feature controller support, and it does. I'm actually playing this with a controller just so my hands are freed up and everything. Sadly, there are no button prompts. I don't know if that's something that they can add in later. Also, due to, I forgot how Masters, the designer, explained it to me, but like due to a few like issues with the controller, some of the buttons need to be switched around. So, but grenade is on left bumper, and yeah, so grenade is on left bumper, but for the most part, everything is the same. Just, you gotta press left trigger if you want to activate your armor abilities, and you gotta press left bumper to throw grenades, but for the most part, it's just, it's your traditional Halo controls. Right bumper is to punch, A is to jump, right stick is to zoom. I wonder, though, if there's a way that we can have bumper-jumper controls. I'm just using the layout that he suggested to me so that I don't, like, run into any button issues or some buttons won't respond, but... Here we go, let's get in here. This was actually a pain in the ass to deal with when I was playing it on Heroic. This part was incredibly difficult. Legendary, I surprisingly enough did have an easier time on Legendary, but I don't know if maybe that's just because I chose a completely different loadout, because I knew that the Hunter battle was going to be very difficult, so I just... there we go. So here we go, let's get up there. What do they have? I think they have brute plasma pistols. Oh no, they just have brute plasma rifles. Alright. I wonder if there's going to be an armor ability at some point that prevents de-scoping. That seems like it could be an interesting armor ability to just, like, give yourself some kind of, like, lock-up thing where it, like, you know, makes it see there's no recoil, there's no de-scoping for an extended period of time, you know, and then obviously it has to recharge. I don't know. I'm actually really looking forward to the second part of this mod, because this, like, it's hard to explain, but it feels like it keeps getting better and better with each level design, like each new level, although I really don't think anything can save the Assault on the Control Room level. It's definitely one of my least favorite levels in this game. I think it's a tad bit too long, and even though they did add some really interesting elements, sadly, it's just the original level design is way too long and repetitive. How you have to keep going through the thing full of sleeping grunts. I wish that they could at least remove one bridge pass, maybe. But oh well. There we go. Man, I just actually thought to myself, how are they gonna, like, fix the library? What are they going to do for the flood? Here we go. They also, Masters talked to me a little bit about his plans for the Sentinels, and I'm actually really excited to see that come to fruition. Oh boy. Here we go. Yeah, they dropped off a Wraith over there, so we're actually going to go hijack that Wraith, because I can use it for the Hunters. Oh boy. Alright, alright, alright. I get it. Okay, we're moving. Let's clear them out. Let's hijack this thing. Alright. We got ourselves a Wraith. This is going to make fighting the Hunters a lot easier. The Wraith has twin cannons on the side. I can't remember if Halo 2 did that. I think it did, unless I'm completely misremembering. Which probably is the case. I don't play much of Halo 2. There we go. No, they just keep... Okay, they just keep coming. Alright, I don't really have much to... Oh my gosh, Banshees. Here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't really have much to say else about this level. It's the same layout, just with a different art style, and it looks good. So here we go. Let's clear this out. So, man, there's not a lot of Halo 5 news coming out. My channel has been slowing down in terms of the amount of videos that I pump out, just because there's not a lot to... Oh, man, the hunters are here. There's not a lot to talk about. It's just still has a lack of game modes. The rec menu, like, and the thing is, I don't want to turn my channel into just 343 fix this, fix that, this is broken, this doesn't work. Like, I want to mix in positive and negative videos, but sadly, as of right now, just for me personally, there's not a lot of positive to talk about in regards to the Halo series. I'm just excited about Halo Wars 2. I'm hoping that that's not a bad game. Here, we're actually going to take the Hunter's weapon, because look at this. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Okay, let me see if I can get myself a new one, though, because I don't want to run in with, like, a little bit of ammo missing. Okay, what weapons can I take? Also, I want to get myself a new armor ability, because now that we're kind of, like, out of the stealth sequences in the level, I want to get something more suited to fast combat, close-range engagement. So probably what I'm going to keep an eye out for is the Halo 2 health system, where, you know, I don't need to pick up med kits or anything. Nah, we're not going to use this. Oh, if you guys are wondering why the LED is red, this is a silenced battle rifle. The silenced weapons have kind of like a red tint to them. It just helps kind of differentiate the different weapons and what they do. I guess we can just take an assault rifle. Alright. Let's get going. Alright. There we go. Into the belly of the beast. I also think it's kind of cool that they actually use that armor of the Chief. I mean, it obviously doesn't really fit into the canon, but I've seen actually a lot of complaints of people saying, you know, like, that doesn't really fit the lore or anything, and it's not really supposed to. Like, a lot of elements of this mod don't actually fit the lore, but that's okay, because that's not what they were aiming for. This is more of a fan recreation of Halo Combat Evolved that incorporates new elements that have been, like, expanded on in future Halo titles. So it's not really supposed to, you know, you're not going to play this for the exact lore of Halo Combat Evolved. You're kind of playing it to see, like, man, wouldn't it be cool if, like, some stuff from Halo Reach or Halo 3 were in Halo Combat Evolved? There we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. The Jackal Shield. This mod does exactly what I wish Bungie and 343 would do. The Jackal Shield is holdable. Although, it feels kind of like, I don't know, I feel kind of like vulnerable when I'm using it. Like, I don't really see a point for the most part in a lot of firefights. Even when I play on, even when I did play it on Legendary and tried out the campaign for a little bit on Noble, I didn't find a lot of, ways to use it, just because the animation switching to it takes, you know, a little while. So it's like, for example, whenever a hunter shoots his thing at me, I can take this out, I can block it, but then by the time I switch to my other weapon to begin firing, the hunter is already kind of recovered and is, like, charging at me or moving to cover. So I wonder if maybe there's some way that you can dual wield. Not dual wield in the same way of Halo 3, where you can just run around and pick up whatever you want. Maybe have exclusively for the shield in your left hand or something, you're carrying kind of like a weaker version of the plasma pistol, just so you have something that you can fire in your left hand while you're like taking cover behind the shield. Although I don't know if maybe that kind of goes against some of the things that they wanted to do with this mod, because I know part of the reason that you can't actually hold the energy sword in this mod is because they wanted to kind of keep the focus on gun combat. They didn't want to incorporate melee elements or anything. Although I don't know if I'm misremembering, but I do believe there will be kind of like an armor ability which allows you to hold the energy sword, like kind of like a berserk mode, if I remember right. It sounded kind of interesting, actually. Here we go. Let's see if we can find something else to kind of hold, because I showed that off for you guys. No! Where's the brute shot? There we go. Black Hunters. And look at that. They got, whatchamacallem, the Phantom Cannons. So we're actually going to pick up the Phantom's Cannon. Alrighty. I actually really like the look of the Black Hunters with the purple and stuff. It just, like, it meshes really well. Just, like, a lot of stuff about this art style feels very consistent. It feels really good. Yeah. How do you like this? Because definitely with Halo CE Anniversary, there were certain elements of the art style that I didn't think went together really well. And that's partly just because, you know, they were reusing assets from Halo Reach, as well as trying to recreate certain things from Halo CE. So it's like kind of like a weird mesh of the two art styles that didn't exactly fit together really well. And then even Halo 4, there were a few weird areas with the art style where it felt like it wasn't working correctly. Because they were just like, certain things were reused assets from previous Bungie games. And so it kind of blended weirdly with the new art style that 343 was going for. But with here, no, everything, you can clearly see everything here has a vision to it. Here we go, we're gonna use this thing. Oh, man! Okay. Someone is inside that Wraith. You know what, we're actually gonna see if we can hijack that thing. I don't want to destroy it. Alright, here we go. Yep, this thing is mine. Get in there, Chief. Alright. No. I'm EMP'd. Come on, move. Come on. Oh my god, it's taking forever to get this thing back up. There we go. Alright, whew. Yeah, wow, holy crap, it takes a while to get back up. Oh my gosh, I think I just got EMP'd again. Look, I can't move. Okay, whatever. I'll just blast anything that comes through this door. There we go. I wonder if maybe, like, the EMPs stack up, because that time the recovery was pretty quick, so I wonder if, like, if maybe you get hit by multiple EMPs, all of it stacks up, and then you can't get up for quite a while. That would be interesting. Oh boy. But, oh man, you know, going back to some of the stuff that I want to do for my channel, guys. So, alright, number one, the Q&A is coming back. It's going to be a lot more organized. Number two, I also want to start a weekly Halo podcast that you guys dictate. Kind of, you guys all say, like, next week on the podcast, you got to talk about this thing. Of course, unless there's massive Halo news, in which case that will take priority. So, here we go. Come here, you. Alright, we got the health regen armor ability. And something I actually do want to do still, I know the Masters is really busy, he didn't say with what, but I do actually want to get some of the developers of this mod to talk about the mod on my channel. Come here. There we go, let's vortex grenade that thing. I also really want to get the music composer for this mod on, because I've actually, oh god damn it. He's actually been around for quite a while on my channel. And I actually want to get him on to talk a bit. So he probably knows a little bit about my tastes when it comes to like the music choices. And I want to get him on to talk about some of the inspirations and some of the reasons why he chose certain musical choices when it came to composing this stuff. You know, obviously that seems very boring for certain people, but hey, In my opinion, music makes up, when you're creating like a video game and stuff, like something similar to Halo, like this just awesome experience. Music, in my opinion, makes up like at least 40% of that experience, so music for me is very important. It's part of why I ragged a lot on Halo 4's music choices, just because I feel like they definitely complemented the level design and the gameplay a little bit more than Halo 5 did. It was not Halo. Now, Halo 5, I think, sounds a little bit more like a Halo game, but the problem is the music design isn't that great. Like, the music is stuck into awkward places in the level that don't really complement the gameplay. And even then, some of the music in the game outside of a few tracks are just kind of like, you know, not that creative. Fuck! Okay. If I keep dying, I'm just gonna, like, cut over this. Alright, let's see, what can we get? Here, we're gonna get rid of this brute plasma rifle, Brute Needler, that's what I'm looking for, even though it's not called the Brute Needler.